Ryan Powell of I Run Far here with Lizzy Hawker after her 5th win at the North Face Ultra Trail de Mont-Blanc. How are you, Lizzy?
Good, thank you. And you?
I'm good. Probably not as tired as you. It was only 104 kilometers with only 6,000 meters of gain, so it wasn't the real course, but...
I'm kind of half the time out there, so it's...
Still challenging.
Yeah, because every race is challenging in its own way, but it was a completely different race. So.
Did you approach it differently? I mean...
yeah, I guess, I think time-wise, Friday it was quite hard, you know, waiting for the news of what was going to happen and then readjusting your thoughts. But I guess with an ultra distance race you have to be prepared for whatever the race is going to throw at you. And in this case it was that the race wasn't happening and it was a completely different course. So you really just have to try and stay in the moment and just keep that kind of equanimity inside of yourself, and what goes on and you can't do anything about it, so you just, you know, stay in the moment and run the race.
Yeah. Your race typically is aggressive. I wasn't quite at the Les Zeus aid station yesterday, but where I was at the bridge, which is at least 5 miles in the race.
Yeah. You
were there in 29 minutes and change.
Yeah.
You were literally running faster than 6-minute mile. I'm sorry, can't do pace conversion to kilometers.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I guess my strategy for any race is just to run the best I can at kind of each moment of the race. So I don't intentionally go out aggressively, but it just kind of happens that I'm often running off the front.
Yeah, almost off the front of the men's pack. I think you were 75 seconds later. But you also had some pain out there.
Yeah, I've had some injury issues really since kind of March time, which aren't completely resolved, and I've had some disappointing races, some good races, some good training, and yeah, things aren't resolved yet, so I was in pain for quite a bit of the race.
During the race, was your finish ever in doubt?
No, I knew I'd always finish, because I was just determined to get back to Tammany somehow, but if I'd have had to have walked back, I think I would have done yesterday. But yeah, I never knew, you know, if I'd managed to win or where I'd actually be, so I was just happy to make the end.
So the victory was not only for the race, but for yourself.
Yeah.
But you've run this race a lot. 6 times, 5 wins in 10 years.
Yeah, I have to say I've never run the course we ran yesterday, but
true.
A bit.
Do you anticipate taking a break in the near future, or?
Yeah, it's definitely a race you can't run every year, just because it's not the only race, and there are other things that I'd really love to do as well during the summer and the autumn. But it's a special race for me, and I still have challenges within the race, so it will draw me back again.
Yeah. I mean, you did run faster than 24:58, but you may want to do that in the full course.
Yeah. Yeah.
What other sort of plans do you have in the near future? Are there other races that you are particularly looking forward to?
Yeah, I've still got a lot of dreams with different races. Maybe come back to the States next year. I'd love to come back to Western States, but uninjured.
Yeah.
And try some of the other ones. So maybe hard rock, but it might take a few tries to actually get in. So
might as well put your name in that lottery.
Yeah. Just see what happens. And yes, just, you know, dream still with just challenges, long mountain journeys, and maybe climbing high. That's a deep dream too.
Any particular locations or?
The Himalaya is really special to me. I don't know if the chance will ever come, but I used to work in the Antarctic on research cruises, and it's always been my dream to actually go back, but free to explore. So the polar regions are a passion of mine too.
Okay, so you guys can mull that one over. Well, that's great. Best of luck in whatever you
Thank
choose
you.
to do in the future, Lizzy.
Thank
Take care.
you. You too.